All right, yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski, and I've had a lot of questions from people asking me, Patrouski, what are even in the mysterious Cherish balls in 2026? Why are they worth so much Pokeyen? Why are people opening them, etc., etc.? And it's a great question. For those who don't know, the mysterious Cherish balls are the items you get from turning in swarm Pokemon around the game, consuming those Pokemon, and getting some Pokeyen. They give you a 1 in 6,000 base shine rate, which you could even lower. It's a 15% increase during the event itself, as well as you can lower it with Shining Charm and donor status as well, and get it probably around like 1 in, I don't even know the exact math. I'm guessing 1 in like 4,200-ish. You can usually get these like pretty low. So really good shiny rates, as well as there are new hidden ability access Pokemon that get added to the game through these balls that affect PvP, PvM, utility Pokemon, and all of the Pokemon in your collection essentially. So let's go ahead and go through something in my Discord. Shout out to Xanarchy for always being on top of this stuff and doing so much work in my Discord and creating the chats like this. Let's go over the mysterious Cherish ball drops of 2026, and shout out to anybody who posted any screenshots in here. This is the way we collect data and information as a community, is by working together and people posting stuff in Discords like this. So literally anybody here, Kaizo, right, you guys do so much. Thank you for your contribution to PokeMMO. Let's go ahead and jump into it. First things first is a pretty big one. Smeargle, Alpha Smeargle, and Hidden Ability Access Smeargle is a really big deal. This is Moody. Moody is one of the most notoriously busted Pokemon abilities, since it raises 1 stat randomly and lowers 1 stat randomly, I believe, at end of turn. And that can be crazy because it allows you to get around evasion clause, and you can raise your evasion. You can like set up substitutes and spores and be really annoying, extend the fight, and raise your evasion levels on Pokemon, becoming unkillable and like dodging everything. Now, generally, from my understanding, Moody is straight up banned in PvP, so it shouldn't be a problem there. Like, you look over to the PvP bans. I believe Moody is just straight up banned. Let's double check though. I don't know if it is right now though, like written in a written rule. It might be somewhere else. There might be like a Moody clause or something. I don't know if Moody Smeargle is banned. I could be mistaken. I don't know if Moody Smeargle is banned right now by looking over the in-game stuff. I don't know if it is. I don't know. I'm curious to see if people will try to make that work in PvP, or even try to make some cheese strat in PVM or E4 reruns. I kind of doubt it, but for the PVM, we'll see. But Moody is definitely a crazy Pokemon, a crazy ability to see added to the game on Smeargle. It's one of the most hardest ones to balance. It's usually banned on most Pokemon. All right, next up. Someone's got a normal Magikarp. Important to call out the like slop you get, because not every open's gonna be a big W. You're not gonna profit from opening mysterious Cherish balls. You're almost always going to lose Pokeyen. Okay. There is hidden ability access Darmanitan, which I believe is Sheer Force. This is already in. This is not a new thing. The Smeargle is new. The hidden ability access Smeargle is new. Hidden ability access Darmanitan is not. I don't believe it's new. It might. It's Zen mode is the hidden ability, which you can change into the other effect. I'm not super confident in how this works, and I don't think it's super usable or viable in PokeMMO. Not super important to talk about. Next up is apologies if Moody is +2 and -1. Sorry if that was incorrect. Next up, Mienshao. Mienshao gets Reckless. This is actually a big deal. Reckless is going to increase its damage on moves like High Jump Kick. That can matter for both PVM and PvP. It now has access to the Reckless ability. Find on the GTL. The Pokedex is not updated yet, unfortunately, for stuff like this. So you actually can't go see like a lot of hidden abilities over on the Pokedex, weirdly. I'm gonna move this over. There we go. We can see over here. Mienshao does now have Reckless, which boosts moves that have recoil damage, and that includes High Jump Kick or Jump Kick, where they only do recoil damage if they miss. So that's going to boost an already very, very powerful move, and High Jump Kick being what, like 130, 120 base power. So Mienshao is going to do even more damage with High Jump Kick, but a little riskier. Yeah, 130 base power, 90% accuracy. If it hits, it's going to be devastating over in PvP, and also help your PVM damage. It wasn't really... Now, you're already probably hitting max damage cap with Mienshao in raids, but it's always nice to have build up like a lower damage item on him, for example, and move things around. So it's always good to have more damage, essentially. Moving on. Probably the biggest drop of the Cherish balls, in my opinion. I'm not a PvP expert or a big active PvP player, so I can't really speak to the greatest effect on this, but I think this is probably the greatest. This is probably the biggest hidden ability access we've seen this event by far. Regenerator Slowbro and Slowking. Regenerator Slowbro is really freaking powerful. It is a Pokemon. Why do these not have... Hello? These should have regen. Let me go here 1 second. Let me do ability access. Yes. Wait a minute. Someone was saying oh yeah, there we go. Okay. That's so strange. I think they might have ability pulled them or something. I don't know. That's strange. Anyways, Slowbro can now get Regenerator, which is crazy. This is a really, really, really big deal. It's a very tanky Pokemon that can spam Slack Off to regenerate its HP. It can spam Scald. You can see Future Sight and Thunder Wave here. And now when it switches out, it restores not even a little bit, like a fair bit. I think Regenerator restores what, like 20% or 25%? It's a big chunk of HP that gets restored when it switches out. So being able to have a already tanky Pokemon that can also do damage. Like Slowbro is slow, yes, but he has 100 base Spatak on top of insane bulk. I think Regenerator Slowbro will be a core Pokemon or like a very powerful mon in OU. I can't speak, once again, I'm not a PvP expert, take my PvP opinions very, very carefully, but Regenerator Slowbro is definitely something to be keep an eye out for in OU PvP. I think it'll be moved up to OU and be very, very powerful there. Be probably in the top 20 most used Pokemon in my opinion for sure, but I could be wrong. We already talked about alpha access, Smeargle. A lot of these do also give us like new Shalfa hunts, which is important to talk about. Giraffarig. Alpha Giraffarig is probably a pretty beautiful Shalfa with that blue glow. Or the blue, yeah. And then Alpha Haxorus. Curious how much these are going for right now, / how many there are. Let's go see. For reference, a lot of these are really expensive. Like Alpha Haxorus right now is 900,000 Pokeyen. 900k. Super expensive Pokemon. Giraffarig right now, you're looking at 80k. A lot cheaper. And then Darmanitan, let's see Alpha Darmanitans. I feel like you can get those in other ways, correct? No, it doesn't look like it. 800, 900k. 900k for an Alpha Darmanitan. And this is a good question. Apparently, a lot of people were banking on Manectrics and Electrites with hidden ability access returning for this event, and they have not. As someone, I was also banking on that as an Ironman account. I would have loved to get plus ability and hidden ability access Manectrics, and they did not come back this event, which is an interesting thing to see. Next up, Bouffalont. Alpha Bouffalont going for about 100k right now. It gained access to Soundproof. Not the most relevant. I love Bouffalont, really cool Pokemon. I prefer Sap Sipper and other cool abilities, but I don't think Soundproof's gonna have a huge impact personally, but I could be wrong. Now importantly, hidden ability Excadrill has returned. We'll also see more Excadrills coming out once the raid is here. But hidden ability Excadrill is usually a pretty valuable Pokemon. Right now it's going for 100k minimum just for a hidden ability access Excadrill because Mold Breaker is very important. Mold Breaker Excadrill allows you to set up Stealth Rocks into Magic Bounce Pokemon like Espeon or Xatu, which is a really important part of the OU metagame. Shout out to this Iron Man for getting access to one is huge. We see Alpha Staraptor. I don't think it's the first time we've seen Alpha Staraptor. Definitely not the first time we've seen hidden ability access, I don't think, because I think it gets Reckless, which is a really good ability for Staraptor. Yep, we've seen this before, but it's cool to see it return in the 2026 Lunar New Year event. Alpha Reckless Staraptor being able to spam, what are the moves? You can spam like double edge and Brave Bird with increased damage, which is huge, you know, for its double stab, reckless, powering up those recoil damage moves is really, really big. And then Electabuzz, not an alpha from what we've seen so far, I believe, but there is a hidden ability access Electabuzz. I have not checked this Pokemon's hidden ability access though. Let's go see what is Electabuzz's hidden ability access. Electabuzz, I can't spell. Vital Spirit, that might have already been in the game. Kind of interesting, but not super, you know, not a super powerful Pokemon, unfortunately. Electabuzz or Electivire. More Staraptors, Stantlers, Alpha Stantlers. We've seen those before. They'll probably be our Stantler raid as well. Fracture and Haxorus. Some random Slowpokes. Flaffies with no hidden ability access. Braviary with hidden ability. We've already seen Braviary raids. That is not new. The biggest ones, congrats for the shiny Grumphead. The biggest new ones, in my opinion, seem to be Regenerator Slowbro, Moody Smeargle, and then I think that's mostly it for like new hidden ability access. And Mienshao, sorry. The big three new hidden abilities, in my opinion, are Mienshao, Reckless Mienshao, Regenerator Slowbro, and Moody Smeargle. So that's what we know so far as of day one. I'm sure more mysterious Cherish balls will get opened, and we'll see what happens with that. But that is our day one recap of all the drops and all the new things in mysterious Cherish balls. Shout out to everybody who's involved in getting all this data, and hopefully this helps you guys have some idea of what you're looking for in mysterious Cherish balls, whether you should open, which you should, don't gamble, you shouldn't, what to look for, what's new, and be up to date in both a PVM, PvP. This affects everything, like every economy, so just it's a good piece of information, and hopefully this hopefully you found this video helpful. Like it if you did, subscribe, all that jazz, and I will see you guys later with more Lunar New Year event videos.